Hi, I'm Brian O'Leary, and this is the morning commute. I brought this here from New England, Massachusetts. Took me about 6 months, I believe. Let's see. I think
What's kind of the overall storyline with what we have going here?
so. We got some protesters down here at a little bomb. Maybe some action there. It's just a kind of day in the life of Cyberpunk City. Got people bustling around, going to the train here. Gonna take them wherever they want to be. This here is an embassy, so we have some businessmen, some politicians just out and about, being guarded by their mechs and military mercenaries and whatnot. One of my favorite parts is definitely this building, 100%, because we have the rooftop garden, little Zen garden. I was going to put a Confucius sign, but it ended up not fitting. Yeah.
Some of the designs on the sides of this building here.
So this one right here is from Blade Runner, actually. The Joy sign. It's Kay's girlfriend, I believe. His girlfriend, quote, quote. On the side here is probably one of my favorite signs. I've gotten a lot of compliments on it. The Paradise sign, kind of a retro feel to it.
Yeah, and that's all brick built there, right?
Mm-hmm. Brick built.
Super impressive that you're able to do all of that just with pieces, not just throwing decals on the build.
Mm-hmm.
Then how about this other building on the right side?
So this took quite a bit to make. I got this piece from a concept art, the yellow cube there, and up top there's a little dragon in the window, which I really love, alongside the ramen sign. There was some last minute additions on this. I got all the wiring done here, and up top there's a dude in VR hanging out with his service bot, which I love. This tubing actually here is from Ghost in the Shell. I got that inspiration from that movie. This bike here, credit to Tobias Whalen right there, my man. Very nice bike. Cool techniques on it.
Right, talk about some of the pieces you used to design that there.
Oh, the bike?
Yeah.
So that Toby's bike, he looks like he has some the basketball nets or the life preservers there. That's pretty interesting. And I'm not sure what the siding is, but it's a really nice parts usage. I really like here. I'll show you the car. Very simple design, but I really like how it turns out. Yeah.
Very compact.
Yeah, that's definitely. I feel like it's very small scale. The building's to a smaller scale than most other things because it's kind of small down there, but that's okay.
What's happening on these lower floors?
So we got a market right here, some lights stringing around it. Everybody going to get their morning groceries, as you do. Some housing, trash piles and such. I really like the. If you can see in the windows, it's kind of a landscape pictures almost. Really love that. With the look, I was trying to get it 360 as well. Not too much detail in the back, but I didn't want it to be all blank and bland. Let's see, this is more barren area here. We got the tea shop, some piping through here. I wanted to do a little more of that, but I didn't end up having enough time, unfortunately. The water coolers and such. So yeah.
And then you've got some more great signage here. So talk about some of these different spots and some of the lettering you were able to achieve.
All right. So this Toshiba sign I actually had from my last cyber build, which I was going to bring to 2020, but unfortunately, things happened there. So I had that, and I believe I had the black sign as well from last year from my other build that I was going to bring, which was similar to this. I had this sign on it, but it was a lot bigger, so I brought it down a bit for this structure here, but it was a much more compact city, but it looked very cool. All right.
Now, as you're working on a build like this, do you build from the ground up, or are you building these kind of buildings separately and then putting them all together?
So I did build from the ground up. I started with the bases here, and then I ended up building these huge pillars. But I believe I did actually, this was the first thing I built, the green building. And then I kind of built this off to the side and this as well. And it all sticks in very well, actually, surprisingly. The transportation, I was a bit weary since I came from Mass that a lot more stuff would break, but I ended up being very lucky. The only things that broke were the tan sidings on this building, and of course the satellite, but that's a given. Very whimsical there.
One thing that's always neat about builds like this is the minifigures and the characters you're able to create. Down here from the protesters to all of these different characters walking around. So point out maybe some of the accessories you give them and kind of how you create that overall aesthetic for this type of build.
So for the figures, I built most of them here, but yes, I love the umbrellas here. They're kind of the kind of Hong Kong protesters kind of vibe there with the umbrellas. I wish I had a little more, but I forgot them at home, unfortunately. And we got, folks with the tickets going up to the turnstile. Let's see here. Oh, actually, the thing here, so the protesters are coming in because they saw this guy, he got shot, and he was one of the protesters, so they're coming in to help him, and the soldiers are kind of just becoming aware of it. They're looking down, and this is all, they're being used as a distraction for these guys down here, and you see an assassin crawling up on the train thing to maybe take down one of these fellas here. So yeah.
So there's a whole plot going on.
Oh yeah. I wanted to make a plot because a story really brings life to the build, of course.
Yeah. No, it's a great build, and there's kind of so much to catch your attention here. When you're designing buildings, especially like this one on the left that has these mosaics and brick-built designs in it, does that make it hard to create a strong structure in the building when you also have to put that design into it?
So the structure for this building is a bit shabby, I will admit, but it's surprisingly held well together. Honestly, let's see here. Yeah, this was fitting very strangely, but I ended up getting it, and I had to remove some of these pieces in here to make it fit with the siding here when it's all slanted. But yeah, it held well together.
Great. Well, it's an excellent build. I love the whole story that you got going on here, all the different colors and characters you've included. So thanks for bringing it out to the show.
Thank you so much for interviewing me.